So here we are, starting section 8 of the Colorado Trail. We are starting pretty much in Copper Mountain Ski Resort in the village here. So we're not quite on the trail, we're going to walk through the centre village first. Last time I was here there was easily a couple of feet worth of snow sitting around. So I'm not exactly sure how to get from the central village up to the Colorado Trail. It's only about half a mile to my left. First we're going to find the trail. And there is the last of this year's snow. Somewhat incongruous beside all this heat, but pretty cool to see it. As you come out of the Copper, you start out in this big wide access road and you pass under all manner of things with ski lifts, etc. But this one's possibly my favourite, the new roller coaster that they have going down the mountain. Not today though, we've got 6 hours ahead of us before we get to camp. And just like that, we are leaving Copper Mountain ski area. Doesn't take long for the trail to get nice and narrow and wooded, lots of shade, but you do hit the uphill almost straight away. The plan for this weekend is to walk from Copper Mountain Ski Resort, just off the I-70 in the Colorado Rockies, across the Tennessee Pass trailhead, right beside Leadville. I've left my bike at the far trailhead as I'm not sure whether hitching will be possible mid-COVID crisis. When I get to the trailhead, I'll either cycle all the way back to Copper, or I'll ride into Leadville where I can catch the free bus back to Copper Mountain. In total, I'm expecting it to be around 25 miles with about 4,500 feet, all of it above 9,000 feet and topping out at the Searle Pass at around 12,000 feet. The weather's giving out for highs in the 70s and lows in the 40s, so pretty much perfect weather for getting up high in the mountains. I remember skiing up to this meadow here, 2 winters ago now, and thinking it was paradise on earth. It was just beautiful. The trees were capped in white. There was at least 3 feet of snow all around as we were going up to Jenny Cabin up ahead. And it's lovely to come back here in the summer with the wildflowers and the stream just trickling away in the bottom of the valley there, and see that it's just as beautiful in the summer. Let me turn you around so you can see it. Nice and smooth. Quite a few bikers on it, but everyone's been real polite. And you can see all the way up. Somewhere up there is Searle Pass that we'll be going over this afternoon. And then down to my left here, you can see the wildflowers and the meadows. And it is just so nice. And just across the valley you can see what must have been really quite a big avalanche, taking out a whole section of trees, possibly released from somewhere up there. Wow, there's an even bigger one. Absolutely huge. Looks much fresher, possibly even this season, judging by the amount of regrowth. Hopefully you can see that there. Taking out all the trees. Incredible. At about 6 miles into the hike, you'll pass Janet's Cabin. This was built in 1990 by the Summit Huts Association and is a backcountry gem. There's no running water or electricity, but it's a great place to get away from the hustle of everyday life. I was lucky enough to stay in this hut about 2 years ago, and it was actually with some of the people that helped build it. There's stories about the antics required to get planning permission, and how they got the building materials up here around 11,000 feet by helicopter, made for some great fireside entertainment. Between Searle and Kokomo Passes, you come into these beautiful alpine meadows with thousands of tiny wildflowers. The alpine tundra up here is an extremely delicate climate
with meadows punctuated by crisp, clear streams of snowmelt. While the snow patches have lost their freshness of winter, it's great to see the contrast between them and the lush green of early summer. While you can see the human impacts on the landscape, you can just see Climax Mine at the end of the valley. It's so far off in the distance that it only seems to magnify the feeling of remoteness up here.
Okay, so we have about 2 hours until sunset. We're down the other side of Kokomo Pass, and we're starting to think about where I'm going to camp tonight. Up ahead we've got Camp Hale, and you're not allowed to camp on I think it's a 3 or a 4 mile section of the trail around Camp Hale, because of unexploded munitions that were left behind when the military left the area. So I've got a choice. I can either camp this side, which I think would put me at 3 miles left for the day, or the other side of Camp Hale, which would be 7 miles, which is perhaps a little over 2 hours. So, not sure what I'm going to do yet. I'll see what time it is when I get to this side of Camp Hale. So there's the blue blazes we're following. Pretty much the whole trail marked out with the blue blazes. Down this side of the pass, it's been mostly a single track, pretty smooth, some steep bits and sections, but yeah, beautiful trail. And it's just getting some of the afternoon sun. I don't know if the film will show them, but I'm walking through basically a cloud of what looks like moths. It's pretty cool. I have to say I love this time of night for being out in the trail. Everything's cooling down, things are starting to settle. Oh, there we go, look at that. The remnants of an old hut. But yeah, I love this time of night. Just the, you can hear the birds, things are cooling down, the creatures are starting to come out. I've walked past, must be dozens of something rustling in the grass, and nothing sticking its head out long enough for me to get a picture. I'm thinking this is possibly not the sign you want to see just as the sun is about to set. Never mind. Unfortunately, the campsites just before Camp Hale were full, and because I spent so much time photographing a waterfall and having some food, I am pretty much exactly where I didn't want to be as the sun is starting to sink towards the horizon. So, now follows 4 miles, I think it is, through Camp Hale, just as the sun is about to touch the horizon. So this used to be the 10th Mountain Division barracks, and there was half a dozen roads going across here, and all down the centre would be, I guess, where their huts were. So here they are, just as the sun is setting. Here's the bunkers. I guess one option might be to sleep in them, but I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna. Yeah, that'll be it.
Well, good morning. It is around 6 in the morning, I guess. I got into camp pretty late last night, so I didn't film the last section from Camp Hale up to here. Beautiful spot. Just a bit of a clearing on the side of the trail. So yes, it was a great day. 7 hours of hiking, about 20 miles and 3,500 feet of elevation gain. So yeah, it was a really good day. I had a pretty good night's sleep. New tent worked out really well. Got dinner around about 9 o'clock, so it's a late one. Unfortunately, I did run out of gas last night, thankfully after I'd made my rehydrated meal, but before I finished making my hot chocolate. So that means this morning I'm having to put up with cold coffee. Not a great start to the day. On the second day of the hike, you're still on segment 8 of the Colorado Trail, and today it mostly follows US Highway 24 as it weaves its way through pine forests, open meadows, and some low-lying wetlands. It's another really popular section of trail frequented by runners, hikers, and mountain bikers. By the time you reach the trailhead, you're in an area that is crisscrossed by a series of backcountry ski trails, before finally dropping out at the trailhead, situated just across the entrance to Ski Cooper. This is one of the main resupply points for through hikers on the Colorado Trail, hitching a ride into Leadville to fill up on supplies. Thankfully, my bike was where I left it, and I was able to relax and enjoy the early morning sun before riding into Leadville.
Got my bike ready, and now it's the relatively short 10-mile ride up into Leadville. So I'm at the turn where left would take me back to Copper and right would take me into Leadville. I was kind of tempted, but when I realised that I have another couple of thousand feet of elevation gain, plus another 20 miles, or head into Leadville, get a coffee, have a burrito, and wait for the bus. The bus won out. So, into Leadville it is.